this is Janae from Designs by JuJu, and in this video I will demonstrate how to complete a fringe design. Our Cottontail Lane Wall Hanging has lots of sweet Easter-themed applique designs, and some feature fringe elements. You'll see that some of the blocks have fringe flowers, and the Easter basket has fringe grass. In order to achieve this look, the first step is to sew out the entire block on your embroidery machine. And I have here a sample block where everything has been stitched out. This flower will have fringe embroidery, and as it's stitching, you'll know it's fringe because it will have very wide satin stitches with no underlay. And then the center of the flower will stitch on top, and that's going to lock down the inside edge of the threads. In order to create the fringe, we're going to flip the block over and take a look at the inside here. What we're going to do is snip the bobbin threads of just the pink step. So we're going to be cutting these bobbin threads here. To fringe this, you're going to need a pair of very sharp and fine-tipped scissors. These are a pair of Kai scissors that I have. And what you're going to do is slip the tip of your scissors in and just get a few at a time of the bobbin threads. And again, we're only going to snip the bobbin threads of the pink step. And so I know this is kind of a terrifying thing to think about, but the way the design is digitized, it will not unravel. So you will just carefully trim all the bobbin threads, making sure not to poke through your stabilizer and fabric, but just to get those. Let me share another pair of scissors that I have. These are called Havel Snip-A-Stitch. And I like these because they have like this little hook, and so you can use it to hook the thread and then verify that you've got the right thing before you squeeze and cut it. So that's another option depending on what kind of scissors that you have. And so what we need to do is just go ahead and trim all the way around, trying to clip just the white and not any of the pink. And then I want to give a word of caution as you approach areas where there's overlap stitches. So for example, the leaves were stitched first. We want to be really careful as we're trimming the bobbin threads here that we're only getting the white bobbin threads that are on top, and that we're not going to snip any of the green stitches underneath. So I'm going to pause here and do the rest of my snipping. Once you have snipped all of the bobbin threads around this loop of the flower, we're going to turn it to the front side. And then using your finger, or if you have some sort of pointed stick, something that's not too sharp, you don't want to actually rip the threads or pierce your fabrics, but you can use it to loosen up these threads, and we're just going to go all along and fluff them out. Now that the bobbin thread has been snipped away, it is loosening up these loops of thread. And again, it's not going to come unraveled because the other end is tacked down underneath the flower center. And we're just going to work our way around, loosening up all these threads to create this fringe flower. Now, if you come to areas that are hard to get up, that probably means that you did not get all of the bobbin threads snipped. And so like, for example, right here, I've got some that are a little sticking. So if that's the case, then you're gonna want to flip it back over. And I can see where there's some pink threads that haven't come through, and that means there's little bobbin threads that I still need to carefully trim away. All right, so you'll just carefully do that all the way around until you have released all of those. And then you may end up with like little white fuzz. So this is where maybe you're just getting a piece of tape to kind of dab over the edges to get all those white those pieces up. Once you have all of those little loops fringed out, then your flower is complete. And at this point, you can unhoop your project and trim your block to size. We do recommend doing the fringing process while the block is still hooped, just because this helps hold it taut and flat. If you accidentally unhoop it and trim the block, no big deal. You can still fringe it out of the hoop, and that's no problem. One last tip I want to offer. Because fringe designs have really wide satin stitches without underlay, they need to be well stabilized. And that is going to be the case with these blocks because we have stabilizer hooped, batting was tacked down, and there's fabric on top. So there's plenty of support to provide stabilization for those wide stitches. If you choose to use your embroidery editing software to isolate this fringe flower and use it on a different project, I just want to make sure you're aware that the project or the fabric needs to be very well stabilized to support those wide stitches. We hope you love this fringe technique. We can't wait to see your fabric and thread choices on our Cottontail Lane Wall Hanging. Thank you for watching. Check out our other videos for more helpful tips.